Hi, Michael Bettine here. Welcome you to my studio here. On my Patreon channel, I've been doing a series of improvisational videos. You could sort of call them from the lab, because I think of my studio as a laboratory, really. This is where I come down, I experiment, I work, I play around with things. I really try to delve into sound and delve into the capabilities of my instruments. What can they do? What new things can I discover? As I've said before, I'm really big on improvising. I would consider myself mostly, at least at this stage of my career, an improvising musician. I haven't played any music with a structure in, I can't even tell you when the last time was. Probably the last time I was really playing structured music was 2019. And that's when I was teaching drums. So all my lessons were based on playing structured music. And then June of 2019, I stopped teaching after 40 years or so or whatever of instruction. And since then, everything has been pretty free. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I had to read sheet music, especially on a gig. I did some big band gigs probably 20, 30 years ago, something like that, where they had the whole book of sheet music and I had to read music to play the charts. Otherwise, everything has been improvised, which is what I prefer. I really like the creativity. I like the expansiveness of it, that it's just like, ideas flowing. And probably the main thing I like about it is it's just working with waves of energy. At least that's how I see improvised music. Now, that's not to say that I don't impose time or structure upon what I'm doing, because I will. Especially working with other people, I think sometimes somebody needs to pull things together. And often, because I'm playing the percussion part, that's me. And especially too, at this stage, I'm working with a lot of younger musicians when I'm improvising in groups. So from my experience, sometimes it's like, we got to pull this together. So instead of me just freaking out and playing all kinds of weird stuff, I will try to, bring everybody together, play some sort of rhythmic pattern, something that's got a definite linear feel to it within the free improvised music. So my laboratory, I come down here all the time. Usually I'll just throw up whatever gongs and grab some mallets and start playing. It just so happens I have my Rhodes set of gongs here, the gongs that I use for my sessions, the 6 here right behind me, because I've had a few weeks off, so I've pulled them out of the cases and put them up here. Otherwise, I usually just leave them packed up, unless I need a specific gong for some sort of sound or some recording. Then I'll pull it out and bring it down here. But I've got my Rhodes set, which is kind of nice. I don't always get to play them because, again, they're packed up, and I get to play them for, an hour or so at each session. So it's nice to have them here. So this is what I do. I come down here and play. I've got a couple other gongs that I've picked out, some smaller gongs, and I'm just going to play. We'll see what happens. I've got various sticks and implements here. I've got smaller mallets here, larger mallets here. I've got all kinds of things on the floor I could just pick up and use. Again, let's just see what happens. This is what I do. And this is what I advocate for everybody, is just start playing. Everybody seems to be sometimes, worried about having some sort of whatever, but just come down, just Don't worry about the ideas. Just start with that first note. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Just hit something. Okay, there's a sound. Listen to it and think to yourself, what would come next? Okay. There's another sound. Because I think often the hardest part is starting, and it's just like, well, where do I start? I got all my gear. What do I do? Well, I just jump in and I start playing and take it from there. And because I'm not in front of an audience, it doesn't matter. It's not critical that I, make great music or anything, because I'm exploring. And to me, the importance is, what can I do? Where can I go? And follow the sound. Where is it going to lead me? I never know where it's going to lead me. The 2 recent videos I posted on Patreon, just improvisations, I ended up doing things I've never done before. And at this stage of the game, I have done a lot, but I did some things I've never done with specific gongs, some different sounds, different manipulations, and it just all came from following the muse, just following my instincts in playing. So let's play some. We'll see what happens. go. Okay. Thanks.